How's it going, everybody? We are here to once again to talk about what's coming up this Sunday. We're doing our walk through the Old Testament, and of course, this week we're going to be looking in 1 Samuel chapters 1 through 3. This is a beautiful story. The first couple chapters in particular have to do with Hannah, this amazing woman who comes before the Lord to request a child, a son, but one that she will then dedicate to God for the rest of his life. It's an amazing testament to her willingness, her faithfulness to God, to follow through on that promise, that prayer that she has to God, and to dedicate her son Samuel, whom we're going to kind of take a look at a little bit in chapter 3. There's a lot packed into these three chapters, and I want to do these three chapters because, not because there's so much, but there is, but I want to talk about it because the story here is so beautiful. It's so amazing, but it has a lot to teach us. There's a lot here in the details of of all the stories in the Old Testament, but in particular this one that we're going to look at in 1 Samuel 1 through 3. There's a lot for us to learn from this story. And so I'm really looking forward to getting into it with you, to talking about it, to thinking through the implications of what it means for us today, thousands of years later, removed from Hannah and her son Samuel. What can we glean from this story? I think there's a lot. As you read it, because again, obviously I want you to read ahead. As you read it this week, I want you to be thinking, what can I take from this? What lesson is there here for me to take away? And then as I, talk about it on Sunday, let me know. Did I talk about what you came up with? Did you, have something completely different that you want to let me know about and say, hey, I know you talked about X, but I thought about these three things and I don't know. What do you think? I want to hear that. Come, let me know. Talk to me. Engage with me on Facebook, on in person. Call me, text me, whatever. I love talking about these things together. And so I'm really looking forward to that because, as I mentioned this last week, it's not about the heroes themselves, although Hannah, a great hero of faith for us to learn from. It's not about the heroes themselves. It's about finding ourselves in these stories. How do these stories, where do we see ourselves? What do we have to learn from them? So do that this week. Take a look at 1 Samuel 1 through 3. And I look forward to talking about it with you on Sunday. All right, so that's kind of it for the week. I'll be back next week, of course, to talk about what the sermon will be in the following week. But I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed rest of the week. Engage with me in person, again, online, whatever, and let's talk about these chapters together. Have a great week. Be blessed, and I'll talk to you next week.